Okay, so I wanted to make this video because I've just seen a lot of stuff about teenagers depressed and wanting to kill themselves and everything. Like, I've seen it everywhere on Tumblr, on Facebook, Twitter, just everywhere, all over the internet, just if you go on any place where, teenagers go, you can post stuff, you'll see some kid posting about how they're depressed and suicidal and how they can't do it anymore and that they just want to give up. And it makes me really sad, because it's like you're 14, 15, 16, 17 years old, you shouldn't be feeling like you want to end your life when it's barely even started. I mean, but people live normally to be like, what, 75, 80? I mean, if you're 15 years old and you want to end your life, I mean, no one should ever want to end their life, but if you're that young, you want to end your life, then there's something seriously wrong, and I just hate to see it. I mean, sure, your teenage years can be the worst years of your life because you're going through so much, you got puberty, hormones, you, I mean, high school's the last year of primary school. We got to go off to college and actually go into the real world. Uh, just got all of this pressure, and it's a lot. And then when you add just all that pressure just builds up, and it just builds up inside a person. It just some people just can't do it anymore, And many people say, "Oh, that's really sad if a person can't handle the stress and want to kill themselves. It's really pathetic." And they're just looking for attention, blah blah blah. You really think they're looking for attention? People post about it. If just because someone posts about it doesn't mean they want attention. Maybe they post about it because they want someone to talk to them and help them. That's usually why people post about their depression, or that they cut, or that they're bulimic or anorexic, or that they stopped eating while anorexic. It's just that's what people post about that because they want someone to help and someone to care. They just want someone to care about them because they feel like no one does. Just trust me, there is someone always who cares about you, even though you may not know it. Someone always cares. It's just I see girls complaining about how, well, not just girls but guys too, just complaining about how it seems like no one likes them. Their family hates them. All they do is yell, and then at school it's tough. They don't have their friends just make fun of them and don't listen to them when they're upset, and there's nothing, like they're being ignored. That may be the case, but it's there are people who care about you. I mean, I don't really know how I can stress that enough. It's just find the right people, If your friends don't care about you, then find new ones, Find people who do care. And teachers, You may not think, but the teachers do care. Because it's their job to care, They want to help you. They want to help you succeed and be good at life. And I know you're probably thinking, why is this 15-year-old kid telling me what I should do with my life and why I shouldn't be suicidal? I mean, I'm not a licensed psychiatrist, I'm not even an adult, Why should I tell you what to do? Because chances are you're probably not going to want to listen to an adult because you're going to think, oh, they don't know what I'm going through. They never went through this. They weren't like me. They were like us, just 20, 30, 40 years ago, But I'm telling you this because you have a better chance of listening to me than you do to your parent, your guidance counselor, your psychiatrist, your teacher. You're more willing to listen to me because I'm like you. I've gone through the same stuff that you have, and I want to help. I mean, you understand that it gets better. I mean, I in middle school, I went through period where nobody, I mean, it just nobody liked me. Everyone was mean to me. They'd call me names, they'd throw stuff at me, they'd trip me, one kid even pantsed me in 8th grade. Um, and I didn't think I could do it anymore. I wanted to kill myself. I wanted to just get out of here. At 13 years old, I wanted to die, and that's not right. And that I thought about it and realized, if I kill myself, then I'm gone. You only live one life. You only get one shot. So why give it up right now when you have so many things to live for? You'll miss out on, like, you miss out on being able to drive a car, you know, uh, buy a house, meet a good, get married, raise a family, invent something, travel across the world, go scuba diving, just anything meaningful. You just give it up, all of it up when you kill yourself, and it's not worth it. And it's just not worth it. And then I know people have their ways of dealing with stuff like cutting. And I know everyone's like, oh no, and especially this is with the girls, they're like, oh, no guy's gonna want to love a girl with cuts on their arms and their legs and their stomachs. Truth is, guys will love you despite those things. I don't see why some scars would stop a guy from loving you, because loving someone should not just be based on how they look. It should be based on what they're like as well. The scar, it shows what a girl's been through. It's a part just as much of her as everything else. Just as much as her face, her hair, her eyes, her personality, her voice, everything. They show who she was and what she's gone through. And also that she's made it through everything. That she's survived everything. That she's gotten through depression. And that she's still living. Scars may look ugly, but they really show true beauty. Because they show what a girl, not just girls, but guys even, anyone who's cut themselves, they show what they've been through. And that they've made it. And I'm not saying cutting is good or right, but if you can make it, just find an outlet. Obviously, there's better outlets than cutting, like listening to music, drawing, playing sports, whatever. Just find an outlet that won't hurt yourself, and just use it, because it's not worth it. It really isn't. And I know some people are just gonna be like, oh well, it's just too late for me, I've gone through too much, you can't help me. Sorry, thank you for trying. I really wish I could change your mind and just show you how much you mean to the whole people in the world. You may think, oh, I'm just one person, I don't mean much. I mean, okay, let's say you're one person, you have 10 friends. You dying will then affect those 10 people. And then what if those 10 people then kill themselves and they all have 10 friends? Then there's 100 people without friends, and then they kill themselves because they blame themselves for them dying. Think about how it affects so many people. You mean more than you think. I promise that you do. And I hope that I've changed your mind and that you'll think differently about suicide and everything, and that you'll just want to stay here because you do mean a lot. And if it seems like no one's wants to ever there to talk to you, I'm here to talk to you. I'll talk to anyone. I've helped people. I've helped a bunch of people on Tumblr. Just they message me anonymously or not, telling me their problems, and I've just said what I could and tried my hardest to change their opinion. Have I saved people's lives? Possibly. I don't know. I would like to think and hope that people who've been suicidal that message me have not killed themselves. And I really hope that I have saved lives. And it's just a good feeling to know that I've possibly helped someone. And if you're watching this because you're depressed and suicidal, then I hope I've changed your mind as well, because you're beautiful and you're worth it 100%. I promise. So, yeah, that's it. Stay strong.